and welcome to Outside Xbox. You're watching Show of the Week. I'm Jane.
And I'm Mike. This week I played Far Cry Primal and became a Beast Master.
I want to see a wolf attack a tortoise.
I want you to tame a tortoise and have it as your beast.
Wolf's like...
How am I supposed to get into this thing?
Master may be pushing it. And while you were doing that, I was getting into this new driving game.
Oh my god, finally! Was it Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo? Assetto Corsa? American Truck Simulator?
None of the above, Mike. This week I've been behind the wheel of Dying Light's first drivable vehicle, which arrives in Dying Light The Following, which is the Dying Light expansion coming out shortly. The Following takes free-running hero Kyle Crane out of the big city and into the rural region outside of Haran, where rumour has it someone has found a cure for the zombie infection.
Crane, damn it, you're breaking up.
Yeah, listen, your one-eyed delirious patient, he was telling the truth. There is a way out. Maybe what he said about people who don't turn is true.
The open countryside means fewer opportunities for parkouring, but the new buggy means more opportunities for zombie roadkill, which is a trade I'm willing to accept. You do have to keep the Crane-mobile gassed up with fuel you salvage from abandoned cars, and you do have to repair it when it gets smashed up by angry zombies. And also, it's initially not much more than a ramshackle go-kart with minimal protection from the Horde. But as you progress, you can enhance your ride with flamethrowers and the electric cage and, bubbleheads. Speaking of killer accessories, The Following also adds a new submachine gun, which you will be pleased to hear is more effective than the majority of the pea shooters we put up with in the melee-focused main game. There's also a swish new crossbow weapon with special toxic bolts for making zombies vomit if that's your idea of fun, you weirdo, and impact bolts for making physics happen. Although Dying Light is in all respects a better co-op zombie romp than developer Techland's earlier Dead Island games, we were sore about the lack of vehicles because we do love a post-apocalyptic party bus. The reinstatement of the two-seater vehicle in this expansion means co-op road trips are back on, with one Crane in the driver's seat and one Crane wedged in the back with his knees around his ears. You better take it in turns, yeah? The buggy upgrades include no seatbelt or airbag options or even a giant cup holder, so it's not the safest or comfiest personal transport ever, but who needs safety features when you've got an automated mine dispenser?
So the car does start out a bit dicey, but you can upgrade it over time, unlike that Swegway of yours. How are you getting on with that, by the way?
Yeah, I pranged it.
Oh man, how dangerous are those things?
Not that dangerous, Jane, in the grand scheme of things. Some video game vehicles, by comparison, are so un-road safe that it would be considerably less risky to walk through a safari park in a suit made of pork chops. The basic Dying Light buggy without any upgrades is one such road-unworthy motor, but then just consider these vehicular death traps and count yourself lucky.
Now I can build you a car, bring into creation one that's faster and tougher than the black on black ever was.
At the start of Mad Max, you witness, some bad men steal Max's classic Interceptor.
Out here, a man with no wheels is a man with no hope.
I know you.
To replace it, your lackey Chum Bucket promises you a set of wheels that is faster and more furious. What he actually gives you is a climbing frame on wheels.
Here she lies, the Magnum Opus. There she is.
This ain't no car. It's just a mess of parts.
So yes, initially the Magnum Opus is just a bunch of pipes welded around a chair and an engine. This junker provides about as much cover as you'd get from sitting inside a clothes horse. Looks like you need more car in your car, Max. It's just as well you don't get into actual vehicle combat until after you steal yourself a car body, which is the bare minimum you need to call something a car, along with car wheels and car engine and tree-shaped air freshener. Now can I get some car spikes to go with that?
Welcome back, soldier. Glad to see the medics managed to patch you up.
Kinect-based tank sim Steel Battalion Heavy Armour takes place in the distant future year 2082, but since a microbe has eaten all the world's silicon-based microchips, no really, all the tanks run on steam and clockwork, I assume. This in theory explains why the tanks are clanking low-tech hulks, but not why future tank designers decided to put their bipedal so-called vertical tanks on 2 legs instead of nice stable caterpillar tracks, as is tradition.
Turn that desk jockey off. We've got a job to do.
The least safe thing about 2-legged computer-unassisted future tanks, though, is how there's a giant self-destruct button stuck right in front of you at all times. With Kinect-based controls this frustrating, you're never more than 3 seconds away from flipping out and blowing you, your vertical tank, and its whole crew to kingdom come.
This really is a last resort, but we can't have our VTs end up in the wrong hands.
Why not? They're rubbish.
There's nothing we can do.
We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power.
In the alternate history of Fallout, the world was in love with all things nuclear, right up until nuclear bombs turned it into an irradiated dust bowl. It was this love affair with nuclear power that led the car industry to stick nuclear fission devices under the bonnet of every automobile to roll off the production line.
People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars.
That means you'd be riding around with radioactive material a few feet from your reproductive organs, so you better hope the lead shielding holds, hey. Even better, it's that miniature power plant in the engine that turns a Fallout car into a miniature Chernobyl when it gets wrecked, accompanied by an iconic mushroom cloud and, you assume, yet more nuclear fallout. I guess a little more can't hurt. Ah, sweet, I've got an ATST, you guys. I'm getting in it.
Okay.
Yes, the ATST in Star Wars Battlefront is dangerous to the enemy in the right hands, but no matter how capable you are, it's dangerous to you too.
Ah, people are firing ion torpedoes at me. That's not cool.
As soon as you climb atop those spindly chicken legs, you become an immediate lanky target for every explosive weapon on the battlefield.
Whoa, someone just crashed an airspeeder into me.
Yeah, that happened to me as well, and it
Man,
took my ATST
I am
right
quite the target in this, turns out.
And, it seems, magnetically attractive to speeders.
Alright,
stop crashing spaceships into me.
Oh, it crashed into you.
So, who else wants to give their life for the everlasting glory of the Empire? Nobody?
Take him down!
There's something wrong with this motorcycle, a vehicle designed to have 2 wheels, but I can't quite put my finger... Oh, yeah, it no longer has a front wheel. The loose screw challenge in Trials HD involves maintaining wheelies for as long as possible to avoid the bike's front wheel departing to pursue a solo career. However expensive it is to replace the nut on that front wheel, it can't be as expensive as the medical bills from getting repeatedly launched over the pegs.
Now it's time to see what's written in the comments, and on this list of Ubisoft's rejected names for the player versus player Dark Zone in The Division.
Jerksville, Grief City, and Head Zone.
Way better!
And speaking of the Dark Zone, here are comments on Andy and Mike's adventures in the Dark Zone in the Division beta.
So there's like high level loot and stuff in the Dark Zone, but you've got to extract it.
Yeah.
And if you try and extract it, people will try and kill you and steal all your loot.
Do you want to have a go at killing a dog?
No, I don't want to have a go at killing a dog. That's awful. You're the worst. Tyler Blue Gunderson says, Dark Zone equals asshole central, where everyone shoots on sight.
Ooh, good idea. I better let Ubisoft know.
Commenter Kyle Williams, meanwhile, notes, less than 2 minutes in and Mike has already senselessly murdered a dog. Ha 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 ha.
The animals get their own back, though, in Far Cry Primal.
That leopard go, oh, you... Mash! As if to answer my question. Commenter Tom Morgan sees signs of compassion, however. I love how Mike immediately reacted to Terrence the turret getting shot. It wasn't a joke, there was no humour in his voice, just the icy anger before he rushed out and beat the man with his gun instead of using cold, impersonal bullets. Get Mike a cat, is what I'm trying to say.
Did you touch Terrence?
He's touching Terrence.
Big mistake.
Terrence is flamethrowering him!
Group gone rogue.
Next up, your comments on this video about the video game so unexpectedly terrifying we can never trust again. Okay, what's this one then? The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. What? Zelda games are adorable. Why?
Seasoned sea mammal Saltiest Walrus had a suggestion of their own. What about the Banshees from Mass Effect 3? Those things were freaking terrifying.
What, the Asari space zombies? Jesus Christ! Yeah, okay.
Commenter HMK of Norway was more concerned with the spoiler warning for Minecraft. Spoilers for Minecraft? I'm sorry, but what is there to spoil in Minecraft?
Oh, and beware of spooky spoilers for the following. Ooh. Oh, Minecraft Steve is an attendant at Legoland and he fell into a big vat of Lego and all of Minecraft is his dying hallucinations.
Hey, thanks, I haven't finished that game yet. Then, referencing the ultra-stressful underwater bits in Sonic the Hedgehog, commenter Meteorite3 has this genius idea. I set my phone's ringtone to the Sonic drowning music, thinking it would motivate me to answer the phone quicker.
Oh, I'm so doing that. Ah! That's my Christmas present.
Finally this week, your comment on last week's show about the Division beta and video games' insatiable appetite for smashing up New York.
As soon as I got the phone call to tell me that society had completely collapsed, I was hitting the streets of New York and neutralising looters before you could say survivalist gun nut, which I definitely am not. I prefer the term prepper, thank you very much.
Adrian Jutronich thinks he gets it. So the Division is about guys killing looters to loot better things?
Duh, when they loot stuff it's bad, when we loot stuff it's good because it allows us to kill more looters.
See, it all makes sense.
By the time Patient Zero feels the first sore throat, millions of people will already be infected.
Lord Paddington is still confused by the premise. Wait, so millions of people in the Division get ill from diseased banknotes? Does no one in the US use card payments or contactless?
I move we transition to an entirely barter-based economy to avoid all of this. How many loads of bread do you think I could get for a lightly broken Swegway?
None, I expect.
Fine, money can stay. Finally, Mugansaur LP says, is it just me or did the Lara Croft figure move by itself at 12:58?
That's ridiculous. Oh great, so now she's haunted. Well, I'm out of here because I hate haunted dolls.
It's fine, she's not even there anymore.
That's it for Show of the Week, but we'll be back, so don't touch that dial, folks.
There is no dial, Grandma, this is YouTube.
Well, what is there?
There's a like button.
Ah, yeah, do touch that.
Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time. Alright, lunch?
Actually I've got to get this to Andy. They just delivered it, it's his replacement phone.
Oh, okay.
Ah!